Hello my friends and welcome to FISHTORY. Today we are going on an amazing tour of a wonderful new store in the aquarium scene of Seattle. This store is called MOONLIGHT Aquatics and it is run by an ambitious young man with all new sources for his amazing inverts, fish, plants, and shrimp. Can he compete in a town that is no stranger to amazing shops, aquarium co-op, aquarium zen, bridges, and more? Will he find a seat at the table? And can he compete? MOONLIGHT Aquatics is the official name, and here it is, right here. A cool setup. They've got all the food, they've got all the medications you could want. It's a very cool way to stock these crabs, where they've got a couple varieties of colors. There's blue with the little red on the back tail, and then there's also blue without that. There's purple. They look pretty cool. Very, very popular right now in the hobby, and there are something like 200 different species of these things out there. And then you've got your fully aquatic crabs, these panther crabs. So the other ones were 15. These are 20, and they are full size, and they are really, really cool looking. In here with gold laser cories, which are only 10 bucks a piece, which is pretty incredible price for golden laser cories. You can see them here. They've got some really unusual stuff that most of the shops in our area don't seem to carry. So they've got redhead tapajos, geophagus, and then they've also got red shoulder severums, and they've got albino spotted haplo catfish. There's the catfish, the geos. They're still young, but they'll get that big cool look on them with the streamers. And then the severums, of course. And then as you go down the line, they've got things like pairs of adult plecos and cistrus. And they've got the platinum or morph that's kind of like an albino with a platinum. And these ones, I think he's fattening back up and treating one more time. Some of the tanks he treats right out here in the open are discus, and he's got some pigeon blood snake skin for 79 bucks, and they're good size fish in here. And then he's also got some, it looks like they're all gone, but turquoise he did have in, and look at these black rams that they had. So there is an interesting selection in a lot of these tanks. Plus, there's also some cories, look like almost like brooches, their size. But there's also electric white albino rams, and then there's some of the snowball or spotted plecos also. I'm not sure which one they are. We'll have to look at the L number. But then all above this whole shop here, there's more racks. So if you count from the end, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 17, 18 times 3 space wise, but then you've got these bigger like 75s here, clown loaches rather, sorry guys, and they look really nice and colorful and good size. They're only $19.99 for these bigger ones, and then for the smaller ones, they're only 11 bucks. So 11 bucks for these 2 to 3 inchers, and for the 3 to 5 inchers, only 20 bucks. I think that's a crazy good deal. Down here, they've got Phoenix Tetras, which are an unusual tetra you don't usually see. Only $7.99, which is really also a good rate. You can see their colors are starting to show, even though they're probably a little stressed in such a plain tank without anywhere to hide. But you can see that beautiful color, and then the little trailers for the Phoenix Tetras. I might have to pick up some of those. They look really nice. They've got a betta rack that they've got there. Here we've got a betta menagerie. They're all, you know, looking good. They came in from Thailand, and they look pretty. They've got whatever tickles your fancy. Kind of a cool bumblebee with the blue tail going on there. Some of the Thai flag ones and the Burmese flag ones, which is cool. But then over here, what they've got are all sorts of shrimp at a crazy good price for a store. $2.99. $2.99 or $3.99 for Neocaridina's, and just all sorts of orange ones. Orange Really or Riley. The black rose are really good quality too. They're really dark. And then if you come up a level, you've got the blues, the blue Rillies or Rileys, which are blue on blue rather than the blue on clear. They've got both kinds though. Got your Bloody Mary, which are from the Shoko line originally. Some of them are buried, as you can see. And there's babies in the tank, so they've been hatching clearly in the tank. And then you got your Blue Dreams, same thing, lots of babies in there. And then your Blue Auroras, which are the lightest of the blues, or blue jellies. Yeah, they're calling these blue jellies, and they're only $2.99, which is a great deal for at a store yet again. And then they've got your traditional cherry shrimp here with a Riley pattern or Riley pattern. And all of them seem to be completely clear of any sort of the green disease, Elaeobiopsidae, which is such a worry when you import shrimp. Above the shrimp, they've got some really nice guppies that you don't tend to see in the US, just, you know, very available. They've got these beautiful red dragon. These ones actually have the females with all blue and the males with red, which is pretty neat. And they've got the Dumbo ear gene also, which is cool. And then over here, same kind of deal. There's Dumbo red tail. So we've got the Dumbo ears with the big old red tail. These are great to be seen from above. Buy them now and then get them for your outside tubs, you know, in the summer or spring. These are blue dragon guppies here, which these are kind of an interesting one. Let me get you guys a shot of the males. They're kind of interesting, speckled, kind of like star shimmer on them. And then a metallic and iridescence to them. And then there's the red koi ear Dumbo guppies, which the males here are little. They're almost like endlers, but they are really, really flamboyant and almost all orange. There's some that aren't. And then the females have half orange. The females have more of a white or clear on their body. I think there's more of those down over here. Actually, while we're over here, look at these. So we've got some black crystal shrimp, and unlike any shop in town, these are only $5.99, $4.99. Red fancy tiger shrimp Corydoras. These are gonna have the smaller bands of red, and some of them are pretty darn interesting bands going on them, and they're selling out quick, that is for sure. And here we've got more of the blueberry snails, and you can see they're pretty neat. They've got like orange stripes up on their antennae, and then they're just hanging out doing their thing right here. Pretty neat. And apparently they're a live bearing snail in with those shrimp. And you can see them also eating algae and stuff off the glass, but you can also see, here's one up here doing it. You'll also see them filter feeding. You can see their little mouth right there, cleaning up the glass. But they also are filter feeding down at the bottom, so pretty neat. And they've got kind of a cool spiral to them. That's something that you don't see in the hobby very often, and this guy's getting lots of that kind of stuff. So these are all rainbow fish all in here. And then he's got goldfish and assorted fish up here, more silver dollar type stuff. Look at these clear bellied guppies. I might need to get some because they have, the males are ribbon guppies, but the females, watch the females. When you see a female, you can actually make out all her babies in her belly by their eyeballs and the spinal cords. If we can get one to hold still for us. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that wild? And here we've got the Melanotania dumasi omba rainbow fish. These are beautiful. And these are pretty much adults. They're not fully colored up and humped yet or anything. With that nuchal kind of shape that they get to them. But they are very pretty. And dwarf neon rainbows here, only $5.99, and I'm only seeing males. I'm only seeing the red males, but they are very, very, is that a female? That might be a female there. But they are very colorful for those dwarf neons. Also, Chilotherina fasciata caliwebs, and these ones are not fully grown, but boy, they are an angular, quick moving and quick looking. I mean, they almost look like a blue-eyed shark. Aves Creek and females and males. And Melanotania affinis poggy rainbows, and these are really pretty too. Look at the stripes on these. I mean, you don't get those lateral color bands like that in any other fish genus or species. Just really cool. Also, they've got the black ghost knives in here, which are a fascinating fish to study and watch. And they've got some albino pygmy cories that they're tiny, but they're there. And then over in here we've got they used to be called Skull Creek rainbows, but these are a really pretty dwarf rainbow with the nice lateral lines on them too. Up here they've got Giardini, kind of a dark colored one. And they've also got little tiny panda cories, bichers, more of the turquoise, Melanotania, I can't say this, Ogilvii, chillin', Ogilvii. And these are the Chilotherina fasciata sengii. So, I mean, just lots of choices. Also, Pseudomagil Aru 4s, which are a little different than the Aru 2s that I've seen before. Look at that orange color on them, on the males. It's very pronounced, it's very nice. I might have to get a couple of these. Just I miss having these. They're beautiful fish. Really nice African style catfish. CPOs, Mexican dwarf crayfish, and assassin snails in there. And here we've got a Mabu, like Murphy over at Co-op. More of the longfin blue eye bristlenose, looking good, and citrus. CPDs. Then we've got some Aeneas cories. Over here we've got Lake Malawi cichlids, and they're in quarantine at the moment apparently, but a little selection of kind of your common ones and your peacocks and stuff. Over here we've got the snakeskin barbs, as well as some red-eye tetras. These are like the red-eye monk tetras. They're really interesting looking. because they've got a body kind of like an archer fish. Here's more of an adult right here. And you can see they've got like a squat body, like a big old belly. It's pretty neat. So continuing down this line, we got some really big Corys. I think they're the Delphax Corys, if I am not mistaken. We've got blue Emperor Tetras, which are always fun. Then over here, what's really neat is they've got Diamond Tetras, which are only $3.99, which is a great deal. And they're a real sparkly, colorful, iridescent looking fish with that red eyelid. And then they've got the also the rainbow shiners in here, and rainbow shiners are only $7.99. Everywhere else in town, more like $12 to $15.99. So a really good deal on the rainbow shiners. And there's lots of room in all the tanks for the fish for the most part. There's a few that have like just a ton of fish in them, like these yellow phantoms, the yellow phantom tetras, that are kind of interesting to see all together because they're a little less common. He's gonna be known for all sorts of different unique fish in our area that you just can't find other places. In here he's got the Hyphosobricon also, and these are another tetra species. These are the Procyon, and another one that you just don't see very often, but that colors up really nicely with big fins too. Of course, he's got Ember Tetras. He's got them at a great price, which is $2.99. Imperial Lapis Tetras. These are one that I don't see very often either, but look at this male here. Just a beautiful fish. And these are only $6.99. Then you hop over here and we've got Apistos. Apistos for only $11.99 for Agassizii. And these are gold Agassizii, and they're in with green neon tetras. Pretty standard stuff. Silver dollars. These are red hook silver dollars, which get very big. Very, very cool. Diamond head neon tetras. These are the ones with the clear heads, and they're just a little extra bright. And look at these scarlet Bettas showing off. They're being little Bettas. We got Ivanstoff blue eye rainbows, which is awesome. These are a little less common than most of the other pseudomagills, and they're still a really neat one, similar to the Furcata or the Luminatus. Interesting stuff that not a lot of people are carrying, which is really fun to see. Over here, we've seen this, so that's the store right now, and it's always changing. You guys should definitely come in and check it out and show some love to the local new in-town importer and fish store.